Hello everyone, welcome back to my shop. Let's go do some car shopping. It's been almost too long a while since I've been in the Chevy here, just doing all kinds of other stuff. So we're going to get him out here and use him to run some of these errands today. And we may have a few things to talk about. We'll see. Nice day for a cruise. Well, all right. I got two I'm going to go look at today. Both of them are the same make and model, but one's a 75 and the other's a 79. So it just squeaks into the maximum date that I'm willing to look at. And both of them are by the same owner. One of them sitting in his house, and the other one is sitting at the guy's retired, and it's sitting at a place where he does some side work for, mechanical type work. And from what he tells me, it's like a museum, and that I'm really going to like looking around and to allot some time, because it'll take a while to go through what all this guy's got. So anyway, so we're going to go look at a car or two, and that fits the description that I'm looking for, which is 30 to 70, rag top, in similar condition to what the GMC was. And those of you all that may be new to my channel or haven't caught up, watch my latest videos. I had a 49 GMC half-ton pickup, fixed it up, and I put it up for trade or sell, and I outright sold it because I got a feeling for some sports cars. So I'm going to look at a couple sports cars. All right, I'm just sitting here at my pit stop, and well, I want to go over my my visit on this look-see on these two cars. They were both the same make and model. One was maroon, the other was blue, and the maroon one was a 75 and the blue one was a 79. Now I looked at the maroon one first. It was at the guy's house, drove it around. The brake light came on, and so I had to cut that test drive short. It ran real good, tracked real good, had power, and but that brake light coming on and the brake pedal getting spongy kind of made me a little paranoid to keep driving it. So we parked it, and I went over it pretty good, and it's got some pretty bad blemishes as far as paint on the body. The good news is they're not. It's not dents, but it is bad blemishes that will need serious attention done to it to get this car to look as good as it ran. And I'm very interested in it, but we're going to have to negotiate some pricing down on that dude because of that appearance, and of course with the brake problem. So we went over to look at the blue one, and man, oh man, he stores it at a guy's place that he does side work for. Now the owner of these two cars, he's retired, and he's doing work on the blue one over in this shop at this guy's place, and it's like a compound. It is a classic car owner's dream place. That's my only best way I can put it. And I hate that I didn't take any more videos of it than I did. It just hit me to take some videos of his toy room, instead of just, some videos of all the classic cars and the setup he had. I really wished I had it, taken a video of that. But he had a shop, a two-story shop sitting in the middle. I'll say it's probably 60 feet wide by probably 100 foot long. No, let's say 150 foot long. And the upstairs half of it was cut off into offices, display room, and the upstairs was his apartment where him and his wife lived. Now the other half is where he had some classic cars parked. He had a 80s model Mustang GT ragtop. He had a GT 500 Shelby, which I think it was 90s or 2000s, maybe 2000s. Yeah, 2000, in the 2000s range, because he said he had like factory 500 horsepower. Then he had the other classic Mustang of the same era, which is the what was that called? I'll think of it and I'll write it down up here. But he had that. He had 3 Corvette Stingrays. All these are showroom condition. All these are brand new showroom condition vehicles. Although those Stingrays were C3s. In other words, the oldest would have been 82. The newest would have been 82. The oldest would have been whenever they started the C2s, C3s, which is I think 68, maybe something like that. Yeah, but somewhere around in there. So he had them showroom condition. He had a couple kit cars with Volkswagen engines in them I had never seen before. I mean, this guy had everything there. And I just didn't take any videos of it. And but I will link a video that I did think of taking and going through his toy rooms. So check it out and see what you think. I would like to have a toy room like this.
First guy put it, he said, "What do you want by the FBI?" I said, "Well, if I am, I need to take my badge back."
Look at all this here. Man, this is something else. I want my grandsons to see this. Right there. Alright, we're going down the road now, and I can keep on with the story. Now this guy, that was his center building, okay? Now, and this is a beautiful area here. What? My gosh. And we got to stay behind this slow truck. But he'll make his time going down now. But anyway. This guy, the center building is one I was talking about. He had 4 Quonset huts on either side, and these were big Quonset huts. They were probably at least 40 foot wide by 20 foot tall by at least 100 foot long. One of them was even was probably about 200 foot long because it was longer than his building, his two-story building. And in that he had other classic cars. He had engines. He had a practically brand new looking FE 390. I seen some small block Chevys. Seen some little tiny four bangers for, I think, what did they call them? Them little tiny little cars. They made them for a couple years. Sunbeam, I think that's it. Some motorcycles. You know, I don't know if you remember those Mustang motorcycles. Looked like little one-cylinder miniature Harleys. Well, all of them in you know, tip-top, you know, show condition. A Bentley, a 50-something Bentley that started up and ran. He had a limo. He said that used to be Dolly Parton's. He had a 38, was it 38? Chevrolet one-ton truck that had an International engine in it, and he showed me the tag that said Chevrolet International. So I never knew that they worked together, but I guess they did. But anyway, everything was so impressive, and show quality, everything, concourse, some of it concourse ready to go. So anyway, so I guess we'll get to the car I went to look at, the blue one. Well, the body and paint was in a whole lot better shape than the maroon one, but that's where the positives stopped, in my opinion. Somebody did a whole lot of work to the engine, and it was had a radical cam in it, and custom exhaust, and the thing would hardly idle without shaking apart. And it was missing on the interior. He showed me the seats that were out that were in better shape than the maroon one, but it was missing the side panels, a back panel. It was missing a lot of interior stuff, and well, it just didn't turn me on. I was not interested in the blue one, and so I didn't even opt to take it out for a test drive. It was oh, the hood was off too. We could have test drove it without the hood, but I opted not to. I didn't want to waste his time or gas, and decided that no, it's not for me. So I told him to think about the pricing on that maroon one, and what would be his absolute bottom dollar, and we exchanged name and number. And I was going to leave when the I'm going to call him the rich old guy, said, I need to talk to you. He said, I want to talk to you about your truck, which is this Chevy right here. He said, sure, you know, in the original condition, he liked it just the way it was. The patina, the dents, the 54 engine, the interior. He really, he said he liked it just the way it was. And he says, I want you to take a look in here and tell me it's missing something. Tell me what you think it is. So I looked in it, you know, and I looked around. I said, I don't know. It's pretty close to, you know, stock original. I don't know that it's missing anything. He said, no, look real hard. It's missing something. Well, I looked real again, and I said, okay, I give up. What's it missing? He said, me. He says, I'm going to make you an offer for this truck, and let's go from there. I said, okay. I said, but I just want you to know, like I said earlier, this truck's not for sale. It's an heirloom. You know, I'm like even though I'm the third owner of it, I'm actually really the second owner, because the third owner never drove it or anything. I said, so it's not for sale. It's an heirloom. He says, all right. He says, now I'll go right down here to my bank and I'll get you a certified check for $30,000. I didn't bat an eye. I said, no, it's not for sale. He says, all town and get you a certified check for $35,000. I did bat an eye a little bit. But I said, no, it's not for sale, like I told you. He stood back and kind of looked at it, rubbed his chin. He says, look, that's a good offer. You ought to take it. No, I said, seriously, I'm not, I done made my word that I wouldn't sell this truck, and I'm not going to. I said, all right, since you gave your word, that's it. I'm not going to offer you, and I won't bother you no more. But if you decide you want to sell that truck, I would appreciate it if you contact me, and we'll talk about a price again. And I said, I'll tell you what, if I do decide to sell it, I'll contact you. And I left it like that. So I told my wife this story. She couldn't believe it. She says, half of her said, well, I'm glad that you didn't take it. The other half says, we couldn't do a whole lot with $35,000. Call me easy, call me dumb. And I turned it down. I always said if I had any sense, I'd buy a Coke. I'd buy y'all a Coke. Anyway. I'm really thinking about that maroon one, but it's going to take some work. I still kind of like the idea of a T-bucket, but the more I think about it, I'd have to get the T-bucket with the extended bucket so I could have a passenger side door, because there's no way I want to climb in and out over top of the, to get into one. And I really don't relish the idea of the smaller one trying to, comfortably cruise around in it. So, with those restrictions on it, it kind of prices it out. I did find two that would fit the criteria of what I'm looking for, but one of them has no chrome on it. The other one has quite a bit of chrome, but they're way want more than I'm willing to invest in one. Basically, I do not want to spend more than what I got for the GMC. And in an ideal world, I'll give less for what I'm looking for than what I got for the GMC, and then I can use the, what I would call the boot money to fix up what I determine. And if I go with that maroon one, well, it's going to take some of that money if he comes down in order to fix it up, to get it to where it would at least be a dependable cruiser. Then I'd worry about what I'd have to do about the appearance, because it's a shame what was done to that paint job. It's a dadgum shame what somebody did to it. Well, I know who did to it. The owner's dad did something to it, and well, he pretty much ruined it. Anyway, I'll tell you, this is kind of fun. Car trading. Get out, look at different vehicles, meet different people. Met some guys up there at a car club. On this one I looked at, good people. The vehicle just didn't crank my dadgum tractor, you know what I mean? Anyway. Here, almost home, and I got to thinking that I might need to do a year review on the flamethrower distributor that I got from Bertronics, because knock on wood, it has been performing great. Truck starts, runs easy. some of the videos where I've run it up to about 4,000 RPM and had plenty of spark and there's plenty more power left. Yeah, I may have to do a review on that. And we'll get, maybe get down and dirty with it and show. Yeah, that'd be a good thing to do. Right now, the Chevy, he's running real good. Let's see. Vitals look great. A lot of people in my lane today for some reason. I passed 2 bad wrecks and today, and it's like, come on people, don't be in such a hurry. But anyway, yeah, they look pretty good, the vitals. Oh, it's a hot one though. If I wasn't so bound and determined to keep this thing original, I'd be thinking about an air conditioning kit. All right. I got a phone call, and looks like the owner of the maroon car I'm interested in is willing to negotiate. So I guess I may be going that route. Thing is, you have to wait and stay tuned to see which one I pick. So I hope everything's going good with you and yours. Going good here. Can't complain. And wouldn't do any good to complain anyway. So have a good one. And I hope to see you around on the next one for the big reveal. See ya.